back in my home, Hawaii. Feels good to be back home. Now, I hear about this a lot, and it's about why Japanese are racist against black people. Now, as you know, here in Hawaii, there's a lot of Japanese tourists, as well as those that live here as well. Now, it's how you look at it. Now, personally, I have been to Japan. I have dated a Japanese girl, and there are some biases when it comes to being black in Japan. Matter of fact, I was watching a guy's video yesterday. He was making a video about Mexico and how he was jailed and actually robbed by the police in Mexico. But he made a comment before he made the video. He said that, thank God that I am white, that gives me certain privileges when I travel. Now, he's right. He's definitely right. There's a difference from being black traveler than a white traveler. There is difference depending on what country that you go to. Now, I can tell you this, as a black solo traveler, the best country, at least in Asia, I would recommend those that are African or from Africa, whatever, would be Thailand, the Philippines. Filipinos are so sweet. They have no problem about it. Matter of fact, they have no racism in them. Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia, mainly Southeast Asia is where you want to go as a solo black traveler. But Japan, South Korea, certain parts of China as well. Now, Hong Kong, Southern China, you will be more accepted because it's more south. But it seems like the northern Asian countries, like the north, it's kind of biased. Dating in Japan as a black male is kind of difficult, and it seems like the only women that I can basically attract are bar girls. When I say bar girls, I mean girls that you find in the bars, where they're working in the bars or they hang out in the bars. When I actually would go online and chatting with other Japanese that had, depending on the social class, once they see I send my picture and they see that I'm black, they just stop talking to me, But other than that, that's about me. I know that Japan is a very closed society. It's changing now than it was 20 years ago. I mean, it is changing, but you still have it there. Matter of fact, here in Hawaii, just the other day, I was somewhere. I think it was at one of the hotels, and there was a little Japanese girl with her family. She looked at me and totally got scared and like I was a monster and just ran away. I'm like, wow. But this is what their parents teach their children, that black people are dangerous, criminals. And I know this because, like I say, I lived in Japan. And, to be honest with you, a lot of blacks that come to Japan also make it bad for other blacks too, because the things they do there when they come to Japan. So they assume, which is not good, that every black man that comes to Japan or every black man that they encounter with is a bad person. Now you gotta understand too, Japan is a basically one race society, right? Most people live in Japan are Japanese. So it's not like living in the UK or here in the United States where you got different kind of people you encounter. So when they encounter other people that's non-Japanese, or actually I'd say non-white, they get scared. That's just the way it is. But I still love Japan. I love the people. I love the food. But yeah, they do look down at us. That's what you guys it's okay, you know. That's just the way it is. But I have learned by traveling around, you know, different experiences. But yeah, for me, my favorite place basically is Singapore. I love Singapore. Singapore is really nice. But I love Thailand too. I love Thailand. I want to go to the Philippines. I heard Philippines is so wonderful. Like here in Hawaii, a lot of Filipinos here. And then, yeah, I should go to the Philippines. Yes. God bless. I want to go to the Philippines. But other than that, yeah, man, you know, as being black, there are some countries that we're not so accepted, you know, and especially in Asia, too, you know. So yeah, that's all I gotta say to that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to Japan as black. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go, but just understand that be prepared that you will be looked upon. You'll have the weirdest stares. And you know what's crazy? When I was in China, I got a lot of stares there too, but it was different than in Japan. Because the stares in China was like a foreigner, and it doesn't matter if you're white, whatever, they stare at you because you look different. And in some part of China, they're not used to seeing foreigners. So China is because it's communist, but in Japan with a different type of stare, like a mean, like what are you doing in our country type of stare, a stiff expression. So it made me feel really uncomfortable in Japan. I wouldn't go back to Japan. I would not go back there. I was there for like 6 months, 4 or 5, 6 months until I dated a Japanese girl there. I lived there, but it wasn't. It wasn't as cracked up to be as people think it is. You know, there's other parts of Asia that's actually more vibe, more fun, more humor than Japan. Like I say, Thailand is a wonderful place. Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur is wonderful energy. There's a lot of energy there. People are lovely, wonderful people. But yeah, so you just gotta know what to expect, and that's what you got as a black person that's traveling. That's what you gotta expect. So, other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Mahalo, Hawaii.